Hey guys, I'm back. And I need everybody to be nice to me. I've been trying to wear my hair like curly and natural. And I'm also trying this new thing with like the headband. I don't really know if it's working, but I'm kind of locked into it for this video. Anyway, if you are familiar with the website Overstock Books, they sell overstock of books for discounted prices. A couple times a year, they have a sale where all of their books are $5.99. This time, that sale happened to fall the week of my birthday. So obviously, I deserved a little treat, and I treated myself to some $5.99 books. Specifically, I treated myself to 28 $5.99 books. Today, I have 2 big boxes of books to open on camera and show you guys and talk about. Honestly, I blacked out. I don't even remember what the fuck I ordered. I remember being excited about it. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with box 1. Their boxes always come with like plastic wrap around them. It's always really hard to get off. Okay. That is a very full box of books. Fuck, my camera battery's gonna die. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. It is, in fact, the next morning. I put my camera on to charge and I went to get ice cream with my sister, and then I got home and my cats were being really cute in my bed. So I had to like lay down with them, and then I like fell asleep. You can't hold me accountable for my actions. Anyway, let's get into box 1. I'm so excited because I literally like don't remember what's in these boxes. Oh, I remember being excited about this. The first book is The Nanny by Gilly MacMillian. This is about a nanny who disappeared in the late 80s, and then the kid grows up and tries to figure out what happened to the nanny. I've been really on a mystery kick recently, so I know I got a lot of mysteries because I've read almost all the mystery books that I own, and I need new ones. This is gonna be pretty quick because there's a lot of books. Okay, we have another mystery. Also, if you didn't know, when you get books from Overstock Books, they are overstock from other retailers. This one must have been on the shelves at a Target because it still has the Target barcode on it. It's 1 by 1 by Ruth Ware. I've actually never read any Ruth Ware, I don't think, and she's kind of a staple of the mystery genre. So I decided it was time for me to pick up some of her books. If I recall correctly, there are multiple Ruth Ware books in here because I don't think I have any in my collection. I've seen her compared a lot to Lisa Jewell, and I really like Lisa Jewell, so I thought these would be interesting. I believe this is like a murder mystery at a ski resort. I don't really know. Excited about her. Then I see some of the social science-y books that I got in here next. The first one I got is The Fall of Roe. This is by Elizabeth Diaz and Lisa Leerer. Obviously, in my lifetime, up until Roe versus Wade was overturned, I have never existed in a world without the protections that Roe versus Wade provided. I thought this book would be a good opportunity to learn more about Roe versus Wade and all the implications of us losing it as a country. This has come highly recommended to me by several friends. I've been reading a lot of nonfiction recently, so I thought that this would be interesting. Then I got Black Women Taught Us. This tells a bunch of different stories of Black women who are important for feminism throughout history. And I think that when I'm reading social science, I try to be really intentional about reading intersectional stories of feminism. So I wanted to pick this up because I always love a good history book. Some of the people it talks about in here are people that I don't know a ton about. I thought it would be interesting to learn something from them. Then I got What Happened to Belen, I think that's how you say it. This is by Elena Correa, but it's translated by Julia Sanchez. I specifically got this book because I saw that the foreword was written by Margaret Atwood, who I really, really like. This is about a woman who suffered from a miscarriage and lived in Argentina and didn't even know she was pregnant before she miscarried, I believe. And it's about her facing criminal charges for having a miscarriage. I think that in the current time we're living in America, where Roe versus Wade has been overturned, I think it's a really interesting and like pertinent story. It's also a super quick read. I wanted to check it out. Then I got CROOK Manifesto by Colson Whitehead. Honestly, I don't even know what this book is about. I've just seen it really, really recommended on my Instagram reels. I've heard a lot of good things about his books, and I've never read anything by him. A hardcover was part of the $5.99 sale, and you cannot beat a hardcover for $5.99. Oh, I'm really excited about this one. This is The Safe Keep by Yael van der Wouden. This is this author's debut novel, and I've heard really, really, really good things about these books. I know that it takes place right after World War II, I believe, and it's about a young woman, and another one that I think is going to be a quick read, so I'm excited to check this one out. Also, I'm like sorting these books to shelve on my floor as I'm doing this. I'm excited about this one too. Trigger Warning by Jacinda Townsend. From what I remember, this woman has had like a lot of tragedy in her life, and this book takes place when her marriage is ending and she's just had like a big house fire. I love just like an exploration of a woman on the brink. I love a book that's just like about a woman doing things, so I'm excited to read this. Also, the cover cover sold me on it. I really like the cover. Then we have Mess by Michael Chessler, about this woman who's like a professional organizer, but I think that like her life is kind of a hot mess. It's about her hot mess of a life. Again, I love just a hot mess of a woman being explored in a book. And again, I really liked the cover. Only If You're Lucky by Stacy Willingham. This is about a girl whose friend dies, and I believe she's trying to get to the bottom of why her friend died. Honestly, when it comes to mystery books, I often just read them and I wait until I get sucked in. So this will be on the TBR list soon. Then we have Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. I remember when this came out, it came out while I was still working at Barnes & Noble. It was super, super, super popular. I will say I tend to really enjoy Reese's book club picks, and this was one of her book club picks. And I believe it was this author's debut novel. So this is another one that $5.99 for a hardcover. I just had to check it out. Then we have A Long Way Gone by Ishmael B. After reading Everything is Tuberculosis, I became really interested in a lot of the socioeconomic disadvantages of the people in Sierra Leone. This is a memoir of a boy in Sierra Leone right around like when they started having a big civil war, from my understanding. It is a pretty short book. I'm just really interested to learn about the people of Sierra Leone from the perspective of a young kid who was pretty directly involved in the conflict. Then we have The Song of the Cell by Siddharta Mukherjee. Honestly, I don't know a lot about what this book's about, but I've been reading a lot of science books because I am trying to get smarter. I read a lot of books, but a lot of them are like just mind-numbing, and so I'm trying to read more things that have some educational value. I will say I did not expect her to be so thick. I really want to learn more things about science because I don't know like fucking anything about science. So I think that this is gonna take me a little while to build up the confidence to read, but this one I remember was $3.99. So I decided I'm gonna get it now, and then when I have the confidence to read it, I will get there eventually. And with that, we are done with box 1. Let's get into box 2. I see some mysteries on the top here. All right, first we have Close Your Eyes and Count to 10 by Lisa Unger. I know that this is a book where they're all like trapped on an island and there's some sort of like manhunt situation. I love like a forced location mystery. Then we have One Perfect Couple, which is another Ruth Ware. Again, I was just trying to check out a bunch of Ruth Ware because I've heard she's like Lisa Jewell. And I love Lisa Jewell, but I've read all her stuff, so gonna start working through Ruth Ware next. Then we have 2 by Megan Miranda, The Last House Guest, Daughter of Mine. I have read some Megan Miranda and really enjoyed it, so I didn't even look at the description of these 2. I just decided I was gonna pick up 2 more Megan Miranda books. The way that I shop for books is I learn very little about a book. I just pick it up based on vibe. Because I read so many books that I'm not really super picky and choosy about what I read. And I don't buy books a lot, but when I buy books, I buy a lot of books, and I do like these big hauls. Then we have Fake History by Otto English. Again, I've been reading a lot of nonfiction recently. This one seems like it's a bunch of like quicker stories about history and lies that have kind of shaped our understanding of history. I like that it touches on lots of different periods of history, and I thought that it would be something interesting for me to get into my rotation. Oh, there was actually, I believe, 1 or 2 Lisa Jewell books that I found on Overstock Books that I hadn't read, so I grabbed those. This one is Ralph's Party. I honestly didn't even look at the description of this. I just know that I really like Lisa Jewell and everything she's written, so she's an auto-buy author for me. I trusted that I'm gonna enjoy it. Then we have Honor Best Behavior by Elise Lohanen. This is, I believe, a look at like religion's impact on women's role in society. That's something that I find very interesting. I like reading about feminism, but also religion. I thought it was like an intersection of things that I'm interested in, and I thought that I would enjoy this. More mysteries. Murder in the Family by Cara Hunter. This one was a Barnes & Noble book club pick when I was working at Barnes & Noble, and I read a lot of the mystery thriller picks that we had while I was working there. This is one I never got to, but it was actually one of the ones that, if I recall correctly, sold the best and people really liked. So it's one that I've been meaning to read for a little while, and I'm glad it finally showed up on Overstock Books so I could grab a copy. Oh, I'm really excited about this one. This is a hardcover of My Friends by Frederick Bachman. I loved this book. I've already read this book. I love everything by Frederick Bachman, but I don't want a copy of it because I had a digital arc of it. So I decided that I needed a copy to add to my collection because I just love Frederick Bachman and I couldn't stand not having one of his books in my collection. Then I have On the Line by DC Pitkin. This is another shorter history book. If I recall, it's about women creating unions, specifically 2 women and a union they created. Oh yeah. It's about like the industrial laundry factory fires I don't know, it looked interesting. I love a little history book as a palate cleanser between some of my fiction reading. Then we have Just Kids by Patti Smith. This is so in my niche and I don't know how I've never read it, so no explanation needed. I am finally going to read Just Kids by Patti Smith. We're getting to the end. Ah, shit, I ordered a large print of this instead by accident. That's okay. I got The Guest by Emma Cline. I've been meaning to read this. I thought it was a paperback. I didn't realize it was the large print. And we have Girl Dinner by Levy Blake. This book, when it came out, we got an ARC in the Barnes & Noble that I was working at the time, and everybody who read it fucking loved it. This book got passed around so much and somehow it never got to me. So I've been meaning to read this. I know it's like a little bit horror-esque and I'm not really a horror reader, but I've heard it's really good. I love just like a weird girl. So I thought I would like this. Then this one's just like one that I thought would be fun. It's called Across the Board: How Games Make Us Human by Tim Clare. This is like a history of board games. I don't know. I thought this would be like a fun little quick read. I'm excited about it. Let me live. And last but not least, The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. Like I said, trying to get through my Ruth Wares, so I thought this would be a good one to pick up. I know this was kind of a quick video blowing through all the books that I got, but I wanted to share everything I got. I'm really excited by a lot of them. Hopefully I end up enjoying a lot of them and I get to talk about them again on this channel. My usual content is a lot more reviews, what I'm reading, that type of stuff. If you're interested in that, subscribe down below, or you can check out my Instagram to see what I'm currently reading and when I'm reading it, and I will see you guys next time.